Hello everyone, I'm JeremyTechno, and welcome to my very first Let's Play, which is Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy HD. Now as you can see, this is the HD version, or the HD collection version on the PS3. Also, as you can see, I beat this game 100%, as well as Jak 208% and Jak 300%. Now, I'm saying this right now, I am not going to be Let's Playing Jak 2 or Jak 3, because I do not like the direction that those games went with. However, I am going to be doing the first game and the first game only. This is my first Let's Play, like I said, so, yeah. Hopefully I do good, and let's jump in. Alright, now let's press start. Now before we do anything, actually, wait, yeah, okay, new game. You can see I beat it 100%. Twice actually, because I actually got bored one day. I'm actually going to delete the last one just because. Do you wish to overwrite this? Yes. I mean, I have two, I only need one.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? I'm fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
They was, I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Yes, that was a long introduction. But we're finally in the game. Now, first thing is the controls. Honestly, it's simple. You use the analog stick to move, X is the jump. Tap it twice is the double jump, X squares the punch.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Yeah, it'll talk a lot. But anyway, square is the punch, square and jump is the punch. Just like that. Circle's the spin. Compound is X and square. You can spin into the air. And that's really about it. Now, the thing we're collecting is green eco. Green eco pretty much is your health in this game. However, I may be cut off many times because this is the introduction level, so they'll explain most of the stuff. For example,
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
so precursor orbs are pretty much the main collectible in this game. They act as money pretty much. You'll see what more when I get into it later. Now they'll teach us, I believe, about attacking. Oh, well, no, not really. But they will be teaching us about this.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-graph zoomer.
Pretty much power cells are stars from Mario. I guess that's pretty much what you can compare them to. And when they collect power cells, they do one of the best dances I've ever seen. They change each time. I believe there's like 4 different ones. Also, yes, it saves automatically. Speaking of which, let's go to the map. Each time you'll see how much you need to collect. So if you press X, there's 50 power orbs, precursor orbs, my bad, in this level. There's a total of 4 power cells and 7 scout flies. Scout flies are in those boxes up ahead, and I believe she'll explain what it is. Basically, how you open them is you can't punch them.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force.
Yeah, see it.
To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Yeah, that's how you jump. not jump, but you know, ground pound.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Yeah. So when you collect all 7, you get a power cell.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Is there something over here? No, I don't think so. So basically this will just be introductory stuff, so don't worry. After this they won't really talk too much. Don't worry. Down there we'll go down there in a minute, but now they're introduced us to Eco.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
So basically there are 4 different types of Ecos in the game. There's Blue Eco, which makes you run fast, and it also makes you activate precursor objects. There's Green Eco, which replenishes your health, and then there's Red Eco that makes you strong, and then Yellow Eco, which allows you to shoot Yellow Eco out of your hands. But we won't be getting to the Red or Yellow Eco anytime soon, so when we get there I'll explain it. Also, I am really sorry for all the cuts, but this is my first Let's Play after all, and it isn't perfect.
Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Alright, well that's all the orbs. Alright, I am really sorry. Basically, what's happening is that I'm using a Hauppauge HD PVR2 to record, and it's not the most reliable thing in the world. Basically, my TV keeps flickering, so I have to keep turning off and turning on my TV, and it continues doing it. And I pretty much just have to pray that it stops flickering. So just deal with it until I fix the problem. It shouldn't be too long, honestly. And it shouldn't be too much problem so I'm trying to get out after all.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
Also, I forgot to mention that, well, yeah, triangle is a first-person view, and, which one is it? Yeah, pressing R1 or L1 while walking allows you to roll.
That's a Blue Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
That pretty much allows us to open doors and activate stuff. Also, if you roll and jump, you do like pretty much a long jump from Mario or something like that. And we got another power cell. That's 2 out of 4 in this level. Remember, this is the training level. Also, there are actually...
Good work! The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Yeah. Anyways, there are actually... Oh, by the way, that's a crouch jump. If you hold down R1 and press X, you jump. There are actually 101 power cells in the entire game. So look forward to that.
Balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco.
Yeah, I explained this already. Basically, it gives you energy. Like, it basically is your health.
To increase your health.
So you collect those little things. Obviously, it's not doing anything since we have full health. We haven't gotten hit yet. And is that everything? Yes, it is. So let's go over here.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
So that is 50 out of 50 precursor orbs. So we're almost done. Well, actually we are done right now because this is the final power cell in this area. And that's it. We completed the training area, pretty much. What is it called again? Geyser Rock. There we go. So you just grab this Blue Eco and go on down. By the way, this game is absolutely beautiful, especially for a PlayStation 1 title from 2001. Of course, this is the HD collection, but still. And this is Return. What's weird is that it's circle to use, which I find weird, but whatever. Green Sage is the only thing we can go to, so let's go to that.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
And no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Before we do anything, Elementa that this is pretty much a reference to Crash Bandicoot, which I really like. If you didn't know, creators of Crash Bandicoot were Naughty Dog. They were the same people that made this game. And also, I really like Crash Bandicoot a lot. Crash Bandicoot is the game series I grew up with, and I do plan on doing the Crash Bandicoot Let's Play of all 3 games, but not quite yet. Now, what I really like about this game is that it has...
Did you see the size of the bite that Lurker Shark took out of the fisherman's boat?
Yes.
We best stay
Anyways, what I really like
clear
about this game is that it has
I
a
don't
big
think we can
Zelda
tackle a
field.
creature that
Basically,
nasty.
there are a lot of side quests in this game. Another thing I like is that the village is practically a level. There are precursor orbs to collect in this village, as well as power cells and scoutflies. So every village has this, and there's only 3 villages in the game, sadly. There was going to be a 4th village, but they ran out of time, so they couldn't. I'll explain more on that when we get there. So we have a scoutfly.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Duh. And this is our first example of side quest, but first let's get this box before we forget. And let's talk to him.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
So every person will either have 1 or 2 requests. This guy has 2. So we need to give him 90 precursor orbs as well as do a mission for him. Now let's talk to this guy.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Now what's weird about this game is that in this game, this is Jack's uncle. And it's the only family member Jack has. However, in Jak 2 and Jak 3, they completely discard this and do something else. Like I said, I'm not even going to explain further because I just don't like those games. I hate the direction they went with it. Now, I believe this is the final house. I'm not completely sure. No, there's one more house.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a Muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my Muse, I just can't sculpt. With her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
So we have another objective, and I believe, like I said, there's one more. There is one more, but I have to find the house first. Right here, maybe? No, hold on. This one house I always kind of have trouble finding. Is this there, or is this what we just always were? But before we do anything, let's get this. See how far. Also, I'd like to mention that in this game, if you go too far in the water, a lurker shark will come and kill you. Do not do that. It's very, very... Well, first off, it's a one-hit kill. But when I first played this game and did that, it was very scary for me. But yeah. Oh, over here. Duh. Should have known that. And finally, we have an old lady.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
So as you can see, a lot of side quests. It reminds me a lot of Zelda. It really does. So before we end up the episode, let's actually get all the scout flies as well as tackling at least one mission. Just so it doesn't feel like it was a complete waste. So there's another scout fly over here. There's 3 more. Over here? No, not over here. Now, there is more to this village, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Where though? That's where we came from, over here. Jump here. This is important. This gives you precursor orbs. And you need it by spending, by getting blue eco. And there's a ton of precursor orbs like this. They're always around in like villages and other type, like in other levels and stuff like that. And now we have our final quest in this village.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get him back into the corral?
Okay, so now we have a new mission. Before I do this mission, though, I am gonna get the remaining stuff in this area. I know this episode isn't too exciting, but this is the first episode after all, and this is my first Let's Play, so go big easy on me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collect the remaining precursor orbs. There are actually 3 areas. 3 or 4. 3, yeah, 3 areas in this game. Not 3 areas in this game, the 3 areas in this village. As you can see, Fire Canyon's one of them. But we'll get into more of that next episode. There's a few more precursor orbs left, some over here. And yeah, we can see Forbidden Jungle. Forbidden Jungle is actually the first area we're going to go in, because this is technically the first level of the game. Okay, well, actually, I'm not even sure if this counts.
We scrounged enough orbs to trade.
Actually, No, this counts as Sendora Village. Okay.
For a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
Actually, I'm not even sure if this counts towards the jungle or this, but whatever, we collected them. Now the final ones are up here. Yeah, up here.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
And this is our 6th one. There's one more. I actually kind of forgot where it is, but I'm sure I'll find it eventually. This should be the final 3, and I fell. Also, I really like the attention to details because, I mean, you get out of the water, he's dripping wet, and when he's walking, you know, out of the water, he's waddling. I really like that attention to detail, and even games today don't even do this. It's honestly amazing. And final 3? Yes. 50 out of 50. Oh, there's the final one. Okay. And we got another Precursor War.
Alright! You found all the scout prize in
Yep.
this area.
Now, this guy is very interesting.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Alright, well, this guy is interesting because there are 2 Precursor Orbs in his eyes, and you need 120 for each. Now, we don't have enough right now, so we'll come back to this later. So now, right now, let's actually finish this episode by doing the mission for the farmer. Alright, so what you want to do is actually just punch these cows into the pen. Like this. Sometimes they'll actually lead themselves into it, but most of the time you do have to... Come on, he was right there. And you go. There we go. This is very suggestive. Anyways, there's a few more animals, so just punch them into the pen. I said into the pen, you stupid cow. You can also spin them if you want. There we go. I believe there's like 2 more. Yes, one here and one there. Just punch him or spin him, whatever you want. Either works. Into the pen. No, you're going the opposite direction. Over there. Keep going. In the pen you go. And there we go. Now one final one. Go down here. You're new water. Sorry to disturb you, but you need to get back in the pen. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I would also like to mention that if you could see throughout the video, the weather changes, not the weather, the time of day changes. That's one thing I really like about this game, is that they incorporated. Oh my god, go in the pen. You stupid cow, go in pen. No. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Go in the pen. Thank you. That's not the last of the cows. Oh, duh. Anyways, as I was saying, the time of day changes, and that's one thing I really like about this game. And like I said, honestly, almost none of the games do it today. So honestly, this game is very advanced in 2001. It's one of the things why I love this game as well. And we have this final cow. Go in the pen, please. You're right there. Oh my... Stupid cow. Go in the pen. Thank you.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
And now we're gonna get our power cell. This farmer owes us.
Oh, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
And we got a power cell. That'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 1. Please tune in next time. Like I said, this episode might have been a bit boring because it was the first one. But like I said, this is the first episode. So, I've been JeremyTechno, and I will see you guys in the next one.